Each month, we like to check in with our good friend, the lawyer, for some free legal advice. And now that spring has sprung, we are putting the focus on safety.
That's right. The warmer weather has more people outside, out and about, walking, biking, driving with the windows down, you name it. So the big question is, what should people know about staying safe this time of the year? So let's bring in the lawyer. Thank you so much for being here, Lawyer Twillie.
Thank you for having me, Nicole. Scott?
Always worried about the dog climbing out the window in the car in front of me, and I'm like, what if that dog jumps out the window?
I know.
They're unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen.
It's so true, and I worry about the same thing.
They cause an accident, or you hit the dog. Who's responsible, and what's going to happen? So
now that you referenced the dog, one of the things about Connecticut is a strict liability state when it comes to dogs. So
what does that mean?
Any accident, there are really no defenses that you can raise. There's a couple, but any injuries or damages that your dog causes, you're on the hook for.
Okay.
Unless somebody was tormenting and teasing the dog, or there was a trespass, a serious trespass.
So if the dog jumps out the window, it's the owner's fault.
It's the owner's fault. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
And that's the thing. So a lot of times, if I'm walking on a trail or something like that, I'll see people with their dogs, and they have the leashes extended out, and you have bikers coming around, and like people are unaware of what's going on behind them. And I'm thinking to myself, like, if that dog kind of darts out this way in front of a bike and somebody gets flipped and hurts themselves, you're on the hook for that, even if they're coming up from behind you. Like, people aren't necessarily educated enough about that, and so I guess this is one of the good things about doing this show is like people can learn, like, oh, I didn't know I was be on the hook for that if somebody came up from behind.
Seriously.
Yeah, we got to educate everyone.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's one of the reasons why insurance agents, if you have a dog, want you to up the coverage because of the liability that dogs or any pet that's out and about can actually pose.
Right. Family functions, dogs like wandering around, they're behind you, somebody turns around and trips over a dog and breaks an ankle. Like, you're on the hook for that.
What about other safety concerns? Can you mention a few that we should be concerned?
Children out. Like, it's warmer. It was 90 when I was driving.
89 on Bradley.
89 on Bradley. I'm driving up from the shoreline, and it was like 92 degrees. Like, people are going to be out. Kids are out playing. You need to just be more aware, especially if you're coming up in like a school zone, or if you're coming up in the near a park. Like, kids will dart out, like the old ball running across the. So you gotta like just sort of breathe a little bit, take it easy, smell the roses, take your time. You got to be aware of that. So dogs, children playing. It was really nice to see kids out on their bikes on Saturday, I think. Yeah, Saturday.
I was just going to bring up bicyclists because that's one thing where I've seen both sides of it, where there are people that don't know the rules of the road when they're on a bike.
Yes.
And then there are also, drivers that are just going way too fast in an area where there are bicyclists.
Yes. It does cut both ways.
Yeah.
We see that a lot. Like, you're supposed to give a cushion to bicyclists, but on the flip side, bicyclists are supposed to obey the rules of the road just like people in cars. So it cuts both ways. So people just have to act responsibly and, don't be selfish.
Oh, I have a really quick question off that bicyclist question. And when you see a bicyclist in front of you on the road and they're actually literally directly in front of you, do you have to treat them as a car? Because sometimes people are trying to pass around them, and I don't know if people really know what to do.
Yeah, always, they're supposed to be, you're supposed to look at them as if they're a vehicle.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So if it's safe to pass, I would pass, but you got to really give them a wide berth.
You're in a nice suit. You're a nice man. I can't afford you.
Oh, you can afford me. It's a free consultation.
There you go.
And I work on a contingency fee basis.
More information or to get in touch with Lawyer Twillie, visit lalawct.com. You can also call or text for a free consultation, 860-595-3163.
And don't forget, you can find him on all social media platforms at Lawyer the Lawyer. We love following you.
Great to see you both. Thank you.
Thanks so much.